Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat. Told by Amy Grant. Music by Chet Atkins.
If you'd been standing in your backyard on a starry Christmas Eve not long ago, and if you'd been listening very carefully indeed, you might have heard Santa's sleigh bells coming, and you'd have jumped for joy. But then you'd have stopped, not believing your ears. What was that? For it was on that night, not long ago, that the Calico Cat and the Gingham Dog filled the heavens with the sounds of their fighting. And that was the Christmas Eve that the Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat fell out of Santa's sleigh and found harmony in their new home. Now, as you may have heard, the Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat were enemies from the very moment they were made. You see, they were made in anger by two elves who were acting very foolishly toward each other and who wanted to see who could make the best toy in Santa's whole workshop. They cut cloth, they sewed cloth, and they stuffed their animals with cotton batting, and their hands moved so quickly they looked like 100 hands to the other elves who'd gathered round to watch. While they worked, the two elves said terrible things to each other like, "I'll bet your toy will have his ears on backwards," and, "Well, you'll probably forget to put the ears on in the first place, to say nothing of the tail." When they had finished, the two elves proudly placed their toys onto the wooden workshop table to compare them. The one elf had made a white puppy with floppy, furry ears and a gingham bow around his neck. The other elf had made a caramel black and white kitty with long, silky whiskers and a calico bow around her neck. Then, to the astonishment of all the elves, the Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat opened their eyes, stood up, and leapt at each other, tumbling in a furious ball of arms and legs. At that moment, Santa stepped into the workshop, tugging at his long white beard, and said, "Toys, toys, you're breaking my heart. Elves, don't you understand what you've done? You both became so angry with one another that you forgot to make your toys out of love." The two elves stared down at their feet. "You put so much bad feeling into making these toys that they came to life with anger inside them." The elves looked up at Santa and nodded sadly. "It'll take a powerful love to change them now," Santa said. "A powerful love indeed." And then he sighed and shook his head. And so it was that Christmas Eve. The two animals continued to fight, pushing and snapping at each other atop the very largest bag on Santa's sleigh. Then suddenly, without warning, a great wind came and blew the two bickering animals right off the sleigh and into the cold, empty night. "Help!" they cried. "Santa, help!" Santa gazed down at them lovingly. "Do not be afraid," he called to them. "If you will only help each other from now on, you will find your way home. Goodbye, my little friends, and good luck." And even before they had time to be afraid, they landed, thump, thump, in the middle of a snowdrift at the very center of a great big forest. Ouch! My nose is flattened, cried Calico Cat, sticking her head above the snow. Eck, my ears got crimped, whined Gingham Dog as his head popped up beside hers. They climbed out of the drift and shook themselves free of powdery snow. Then they looked slowly around at the dark, unfriendly trees and the strange, blinking eyes of the forest night creatures all around them. And then they began to cry.